When we look ahead at what's to come for Idaho, one thing's clear. The youth of today will be the land stewards of tomorrow.
Everybody on this crew loves doing trail work. You could just look down the valley and look at all the trees. Sometimes you could see the trail that has been cut open, and if you're lucky enough, you'll see some people walking on the trail that you cut open.
And one Idaho organization is taking major steps forward in getting kids involved in outdoor work now, with the hope that they have an interest later on. The Idaho Trails Association was created in 2010. Their mission, to keep Idaho trails open for all.
We focus primarily on non-motorized trails. Most of our work tends to be in the backcountry, so we really try to just stick to that mission, and we use traditional tools, partly because we feel it's valuable to pass those skills on.
Melanie Vining is the newest executive director at ITA. An experienced horsepacker and outdoors woman, she knows how important it is to have well cared for trails. And with stunning views from thousands of miles of hiking trails winding through Idaho's backcountry, the trail maintenance is never ending. Historically, the Forest Service did the bulk of trail work, but budget limitations forced the agency to team up with groups like ITA to maintain the state's trails, like those here in the Seven Devils Wilderness.
And they just decided they needed to do something about the condition of the trails. They knew the Forest Service needed help. Chronically kind of underfunded and understaffed in the recreation department, especially trails.
Can I take cactus off?
For the first 8 years, ITA led adult volunteers into the backcountry to spend days clearing trails. And then in 2019, they decided to throw a youth program into the mix.
We had 10 kids per trip, and the kids just ran with it. They learned the skills, they got excited, and after the first day, you didn't really have to motivate them. They could see the fruits of their labor at the end of the week.
For the big trees, our main tool is a crosscut, which is a double person saw. But we've also got a couple silky saws, ranging in size from 6 feet to 1 foot, and then nippers for brush, and shovels and Pulaskis. Pulaskis are really nice for clearing trail.
We just run through here, take out all the big trees that are on the trail, and then we clear brush. It takes more time with the handheld tools, but it looks a lot better. And it's really important. It's like the same in recreation with the Forest Service. They clean up, make it so people can actually come out here and do stuff. Like if we didn't come through here, clear this, then no one could get through here and do this trail.
When you can do something as simple as walk down a trail and kind of be transported into another world, away from technology and the fast-paced life that most kids lead now, and school and peer pressure, and they can just be kids out here.
The crew spends a week in the wilderness working hard to clear trails.
This one up here.
They're managed by a team of volunteers who do everything they can to ensure a successful trip.
Good work. I'm a high school science teacher, and so I work with teenagers all the time, and I think getting them outside that's the only thing you really have to do to get them excited and interested and engaged. I think it'll pivot just perfectly if we just go that way.
Ready?
I think the greatest satisfaction is seeing those kids and how much they've worked, and seeing them all work together to push a log out of the trail and use their ingenuity. We did a lot of levers and fulcrums, and just that kind of growth that they've made of being able to realize what they can accomplish and reaching their potential.
This week's crew, led by women and attended by teenagers, is a stark contrast from the days of the Civilian Conservation Corps that put young men to work in the nation's parks and forests. One of their lasting legacies being the creation of a trail network across the country.
I feel good about doing this. I feel better because I know the trails are getting cleared rather than I'm just going on a backpacking trip and enjoying myself, I know they're doing a good thing. So I feel good about it.
These volunteers are crucial to the success of the Idaho Trails Association.
You know, Idaho really does have this rich legacy of public lands, and the agencies really can't keep up on the maintenance. You know, it's this great thing. We have all of this right in our backyards, but the importance of stewardship from a volunteer perspective is the more of us that can get engaged with this, you know, the more you really understand what it takes, I think, to maintain a good trail and to appreciate it.
And these youth trips are key to passing along a love and respect for nature that will hopefully endure into the next generation. Keeping trails clear and young people outside.
Getting more kids out here working and accomplishing something as a team and camping out and having great food and being with great people is really going to encourage good stewardship of the land in the future. And then once they get started on it, then they hopefully will take it and run with it.